Hello, everybody. How are you? And good evening. Hope you're having a lovely evening. So, earlier today, Chantal did a live, and all I can say about that is you missed nothing. Literally, you missed nothing. There was nothing exciting about it. Chantal's got a new pattern. She usually releases one mukbang per day, and she does one live per day. And interestingly enough, even though she knows the time zone difference between Kuwait, the United States, and Canada, she's been going live late at night. And unfortunately, it's really not worth watching. Out of a 2 or 3 hour live, there aren't really many moments to talk about. Hence the reason why I'm doing the Twitter peeps today. I will tell you one thing I have been noticing more and more and more, and this should be of something of concern to Chantal because of the simple fact that her channel relies on people watching her. She relies on at least part of that income. Chantal, back in the day, used to get a lot of hate watchers, and you knew that. How could you not be aware of that? You had a lot of hate watchers, but you took the point of view of it doesn't matter if people watch me, if they hate me, if they like me, they're watching me and I'm still getting the view. So Chantal had a lot of hate watchers. She also got a lot of hate super chats. She doesn't really get them anymore, and she doesn't get as many views anymore. And why is that? Quite simply put, because girl world is getting bored of her, extremely bored. And I've seen comments everywhere relating to that. I've seen stuff on my channel, I've seen stuff on Twitter. Just people are burnt out. They're absolutely burnt out. And it's not just the audience members that are burnt out on Chantal, it is the reactors too. A lot of reactors have either stopped reacting to her content altogether, or they've slowed down quite a bit, or if she does a mukbang, like nobody covers it because it's just monotonous. There's nothing there. And again, I don't know if that's what she wants, if she wants us all to turn away from her, but Chantal, if that's the plan, that's a really bad plan because, quite simply put, you need girl world to pay attention to you. You need people to know about your channel. You need people to be interested in you in order to prosper, but you're not doing all that you could do to keep the interest on you. If anything, you're doing just the opposite. And I think anybody watching this video, everybody should give a round of applause to all of the wonderful, creative, funny, humorous, spicy girl world reactors, creators. Because trust me, over the years, we have all acted like Harry Potter, just throwing all kinds of magic at Chantal to make her stuff interesting, just throwing everything at her, just making her interesting. But I will say, as a reactor, honestly, we shouldn't have to work that hard. I mean, she's making us work really hard. And we've gotten to a point where there's not much more we can do for her. There's only so much we can do, and for how long. And we're just burnt on working just that hard. Going through a 3, 4 hour live, looking for the little bits of anything that are interesting. Nobody should have to work that hard. And that's why people are burnt. That's exactly why people are burnt. They're like, doggone it, man. Like this chick is not helping me out to make her look interesting. There's not a whole lot of interesting moments here. So a lot of people are walking away or they're just about done. And Chantal, you're all over Twitter. You're all over TikTok. You're all over Instagram. You're over there trying to keep track of Salah, what he's doing, what he's thinking. But you're not paying attention to YouTube, which is essentially your bread and butter. Even with you doing the Foodie requests, the starting point is YouTube, is it not? That's how you get in front of your people. So if there are not many people watching your videos or knowing about your lives or your channel, wouldn't that be something that can lead to financial ruin? I think so. So you're not paying attention. You are not paying attention and you're not caring. And it shows. So I wanted to show you guys the Twitter peeps and also some of the things that Girl World is saying and has been saying for a little bit. So you guys know what time it is. It is time for the Twitter peeps. All right, it's time for the Twitter peeps. I got them all pulled up. And there's not just Shantel stuff in the Twitter peeps. I always include cool things in there too, stuff to make you smile, maybe stuff that will inspire you to do a creative hobby or interest or whatnot, because you got to get the good stuff in there. Twitter isn't all bad. There's so many wonderful creative accounts on Twitter. It's not just the Wild West with all kinds of negative stuff. So, for those of you that are on Twitter, that you would like to follow me on Twitter, there's my handle, Wild Girl Sarah. So let's start here with a post about Chantal from Enigma 2025 saying Salah didn't know she was live. He walks to the front door talking, not knowing she was live. If he was there at all times, he would have known. They can laugh all they want, but Salah having another wife is showing true every time she goes live. And there's no keyboard. I did watch the live and I was like, is Salah there? He was there. I heard his voice. He played stuff on the keyboard. So he popped in and, said hi to Chantal and made a slight off-camera appearance and noticed that it happened after payday. And a lot of people have called her out for that too. Like Salah's been missing, but he just mysteriously reappears right after payday. Chantal got mad about that too in a community post. You guys are going to see it. But Chantal, why are we calling it out? Because it's happened before. You've been here before. This has happened before. When you were seeing Nads, same thing was going on there too. You would get paid. You could hang out with him for a while. And then when either you did not want to give him any more money or the money ran out, he would kick you back home and make you stay there until you got some more money in hand. So here's Salah, different guy, different location. And he's at the point with you where he's so burnt out on you and your attitude and your problems that he only shows up when you get paid and you pay him. So these are just some clips from the live. Let me just go ahead and pull these up for you so you guys can watch alongside with me. Sweet love.
Losing power. I hope it doesn't happen in the summer. If I had to pay for heat, I'd be a cheapie.
Oh, doggone it. Sorry. And I'm going to give my opinion. I did watch parts of the live just to see the interaction between the two. In my opinion, based on her behavior, based on his behavior, I think that they were under the influence of something. And why do I say that? Because I've been noticing lately that whatever it is that Chantal's doing, she'll get on camera and she's very, very hyper. And she'll say, I'm hyper and all of you are going to get it. But within an hour or two, whatever it is she's taking, it kind of wears off. And you can tell the difference. She starts yawning. And in the live that she did, and Salah was there, he was just over laughing, seeming really up, and acting that way around Chantal. And that's not what he normally does. So maybe they both might have been under the influence of something, but I can't say for sure. But let's watch.
Losing power. I hope it doesn't happen in the summer.
Yeah, about that. So you guys are going to see in the Twitter peeps that it is April going into May and the temperatures are rapidly climbing. In Kuwait City, it's going to be 107, 105 degrees. And she's sensitive to heat. And there are the power outages there. She doesn't like the heat, and she's going to like it even less if there's a power outage where she is.
I had to pay for heat, I'd be a cheapie. Sweet love.
صباح الخير بيه.
Salah al-Noor.
صباح النور.
Salah al-Noor. What's that?
شفاتي.
Oh, can I just say something about this interaction? So we just saw the light behind her and heard the door close. Right? They're supposed to be husband and wife. Y'all think about this. If you were a husband and a wife, and you're a wife at home, and your husband, let's just say he went somewhere or he's been working all day. When he's walking in the door, wouldn't you get up and give him a kiss to say hello to him? Wouldn't you give him a hug? Most would, right? Why isn't she? Why is it when he comes in that she never does that, ever? And he never wants her to. And he never comes over to her and gives her, like, say, a hug from behind or something. After 3 years, their interactions are still awkward.
Oh, you're going to have that for breakfast today?
Yeah.
You didn't want to disturb me making breakfast?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I know that you feel sick, right?
It's okay, babe.
Hi, Julia.
He gave more of a warmer greeting to Julia than Shantel. Boy, that speaks volumes, doesn't it?
Go she did!
Yeah, she's having tan.
Can I also just say this? I don't like Salah. I don't like Shantel. But it gives me a sense of relief knowing that he might show up every once in a while simply because I don't trust Shantel to take care of the cat. If he might be around to say, make sure there's enough food and water, make sure she's okay. I'm glad that somebody else is there. Because quite honestly, I don't trust her with the care of that cat. I don't.
Come.
Hi, Salah. Salah needs breakfast.
Wow.
Oh.
She came to me.
Baby, come see Dad. Look at her big caboose.
Oh, you like?
Shantel, you keep insulting Julia. You keep calling her fat. You say that she stinks. Now you're saying she's got a big caboose. You're projecting onto that poor cat like nobody's business.
Hi. Hi, guys.
Yeah.
Awkward. The awkward silences. There might be peaceful connection silences between couples, but this ain't it. This is awkward silences between two people that have nothing in common, don't like each other. So you've got these awkward silences of, I don't know what to say to you. I don't know how to talk to you. I'm paid to show up here and you're paying me to show up. So therefore I am. It's just an employee doing a paid job. And no keyboard. No keyboard. Where's the keyboard? Did he just show up with a keyboard, play on the keyboard, and leave? I wonder. All right, something nice from Wonder of Science. Dolphins surfing the waves in crystal clear waters off the coast of Experience, West Australia. This is also courtesy of Jamin Hudson. Look at that. Dolphins are like, surf's up. The water looks beautiful, does it not? Who wants to go swimming? I do. Somebody take me to Australia. Oh, and yeah, this moment from Eloise, yummy hair and cutie salad. So she did a mukbang. Couple of things happened with that. So you got the hair in the salad, but Girl World, one of our Girl World adjacent helpers showed up in the mukbang video. Jeff, the housefly. Jeff made an appearance. Jeff literally landed on the salad. So Jeff was just saying hi to us, saying, I'm still here. I'm still reporting from the front lines, y'all. Jeff is on the case for us. Don't worry, girl. Well, we got eyes on the inside. Enigma 2025, as it says, it's fair game now, right? I mean, FFG now can have her own fan art merch on Shantel. Surely she's not serious that this is all good and fun drawing other creators in this way for profit, but she's not the obsessed one. So Shantel did this community post. So anybody who's been watching Shantel knows that she's been going absolutely hog wild with the merch store. Like if she gets a single thought in her head, suddenly that becomes a design for merch. Like she's reaching all the way back into the past. Any tagline, any iconic moment, anything becomes really sloppy, messy merch. So she decided to do merch on Girl World. Here's the post. It says, edit, by the way, this is all in good fun, not meant in a hateful way towards anyone. What do you think of my Girl World design? I was going to make merch with it, LOL. Guess who they are? Because your drawing sucks, Foodie, I really couldn't tell most of the figures on there. I'm like, who are these people? Bad drawings of everybody all the way around. Bad. Like you couldn't really tell who these people are. I recognize one as being like what you perceive to be Frenchie, what you perceive to be Yaba. I don't know the other three. That's how bad your drawing is. You want to do Girl World merch, but anybody who buys it would be asking the same question, like, who are all the people in this drawing? They look nothing close to the people that you're drawing at all. It's like, what is this? So you want to do Girl World merch, do you? Here's the thing, Foodie. Now that you did this, you can be sure that all of the creative, wonderful people in Girl World, they're going to make better merch of you and probably sell a lot more of it. So remember, you open that door. Giga-based dad says, wholesome content warning. A blind dog finds a pool of water. So this puppers can't see, but while they're blind, they find a puddle of water and they're just having a ball. That's so sweet. That is wholesome. This puppers is like, I may not be able to see, but I can still have fun. Like it just does the sensation of water. I guess it's never felt it before. Go puppers, go. I wonder how that puppers would feel at a pool or the ocean versus a puddle. Probably would have the time of its life. Oh, Towley says, Jeff Jr., the only living thing that can stand to be near her. There's Jeff. There's our friend. Wait, I got to blow this up so you guys can see Jeff. See, we got eyes on the inside, y'all. We got him. So there's her mukbang. There's Jeff. Jeff. We thought we lost you, Jeff. There's Jeff. Jeff made his appearance. Oh, there he goes. There's Jeff. Jeff's like, I'm still here. Jeff is there all for us, Girl World. All right. Now, remember what I said about a lot of people in Girl World are getting burnt on Foodie? They're getting burnt on the boring nonsense. They're getting burnt on just the same things over and over and over again and talking about the same things over and over and over again. And Foodie, she's just rolling with the thought that she could just come back to Canada anytime she wants. And when she comes back, it's going to be like a cannonball splash into a pool. And she's going to make a great big splash and everybody's going to be watching her. And so she might be rolling with the thought, I can just take my time. I can stay in Kuwait as long as I want. And when I finally make it back to Canada, everybody's going to be watching me. The longer I wait, the more impact it's going to have and the more money I'm going to make. Shantel, I wouldn't be rolling with that thought if I was you. See, this period of boredom that you're putting us through, you're opening a great big door, the size of a stadium. The people that react to you, the people that are in the audience, you're opening up a great big door and saying, go find other people to watch or go find other people to react to. I'm not interested in being interesting. Go through the door and find somebody else to get into. It's a dangerous game you're playing. You need the views. You need the attention. You need all eyes on you. But what are you going to do when you finally come back to Canada? Not if, when, because it's got to happen at some point. What's going to happen if you come back to Canada and everybody's so sick of you and so sick of the boring nonsense that even if you come back to Canada and you're going balls to the wall and nobody cares? Nobody cares. Nobody wants to watch anymore. They look at you and go, been there, seen it, heard it, done. And they're not interested. What would you do then? That door's open. A lot of reactors may be looking at other people to react to. A lot of audience members, they may be finding other channels that they're getting into right now. And here's a post, courtesy of Fupa Olympics, saying anyone else feel like they've been seeing a lot less foodie beauty on the timeline lately and a lot more posts from people saying they're bored of her and tuning out? LMAO, Shantel, girl, you better think up something quick. You bring up a very important point, Fupa Olympics. To answer your question, yes, I have seen and noticed that. I've seen and noticed that a lot of, it used to be we can get on Twitter, and if Shantel did a live stream or a video, there'd be clips on clips on clips all over the place. You could tell how interesting a stream or a video was based on the amount of times that things were clipped here and there and posted on Twitter. But the more boring she becomes, the less clips you see, to the point where the clips are almost non-existent. You got to really comb to find them. And even then, they may not even be worth watching. But I have noticed that Twitter has been really, really quiet when it comes to Shantel, and it's her fault. It's not our fault. It is not our fault. If there's nothing to talk about, well, we don't talk about her. People don't clip her videos. They don't clip her live streams. They don't post anything on Twitter. They may not even do react videos or archive anything. Like, it's a ghost town. I've seen a lot less stuff on the timeline, Foop Olympics. And I have seen a lot of people saying that they're tuning out Foodie, or they might be reacting to somebody else, or thinking of reacting to somebody else, or watching other channels or finding other content. Foodie, you're losing girl world. And you may want that or you may not. But if you got it in your head that you want that to happen, be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. Your mom's emotional support carrot says, Shantel, you're wider than your fridge. It's time to put down the fork. Fat Cow says, geez, good Lord. Whew. Goodness gracious, Shantel. My girl, be careful with your weight. Bored Potty Mouse is over 4 years later. Some things never change. So let's compare community posts over the years. So here's a post she did back in 2021 saying, hey guys, so I have an update video for you soon. I am at the hospital and might need surgery on a large infected abscess on my fupa. I know it sounds funny, but it really hurts. My health is so crap. I have to make drastic changes to heal certain ailments ASAP. So you will see my diet change. I will explain all this in my video. Please pray for my fupa. Thanks. So this was posted 2/21/2021. And here's another one saying, I'm home. Been back home since last night. No surgery, not a boil, edema, skin infection, on antibiotics. Edema is not lymphedema. I'll be doing my best dietary wise to heal. Yes, I've said that a bunch of times, But like I said before, if you are so sick of the cycle, then don't watch, plain and simple. I'm sick of people's illness shaming and I told you so BS, or that I don't believe you, she will ever change. And who are you to tell someone that? You think those going through a hard time need to hear that negativity? I am well aware of my issues. If I annoy you or tick you off, there's no reason for you to be here. So let's go back. Oh, this post right here. Notice that everything starts with her. So she decides to get on the internet and tell people about her surgeries, her boils, her abscesses, her aches, her pains, her illness. She lets the public know. She tells people about it. It starts with her. And then she gets defensive about it. If people get in her comments and say, well, this is your fault. You're making yourself sick. You're not taking care of your body. You're not exercising. You're not paying attention to yourself. She goes on the defense. And her defense is, if you don't like it, then leave. Just leave. You give her any kind of criticism. You try to give her any kind of advice. You're going to get yelled at. So as you can see, Beezers, this cycle has been going on for a long time. As a matter of fact, there is a picture that somebody made up back at the time when she was with BB. And the picture shows the Shantel cycle. And even though that picture was made years ago, it is still relevant today. And why is that? Because she does not change. Because she's never changed. And she probably never will. So, yeah. Yeah, Foodie's not someone who changes anything about herself because she thinks she's fine. Enigma 2025 says, she says, bless you, but Salah is home. This is just like Peeps 2.0. Let's watch.
With you. Well, I don't know how to get it tonight. Bless you.
What? I don't know what that was all about. Enigma 2025 says, at the end of the month, Salah shows up for payday to close out the month with Crazy Frog. Rinse and repeat. What new health illness will she say she has next? She's somehow suddenly fine. No way that's a genuine reaction from her. Let's watch the clip.
Yeah, I'm always ready.
Oh, God. Do we have to listen to Crazy Frog? Ugh. No, my ears. I don't want to listen to it. No. But there might be some talking from her in it. That's what subbies, viewers, I would like to apologize in advance for subjecting you to the torture known as Crazy Frog. My sincere and humblest apologies. I'm just waiting to see if she says anything. And then once she does, we're out. So let's do this.
Woo! Round of applause for Crazy Frogs.
Can you be any more insincere saying that, Foodie? You're not really excited to hear him play that. You can't be. After hearing it, I don't know how many times, you can't be excited. You must. I bet any amount of money you wish you could pick up that keyboard and throw it out the window.
Thank you, babe. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thanks for playing for us.
Anytime.
Asking you shall receive. He'll never say no to a Crazy Frog session.
What?
I said you'll always be up for a Crazy Frog session.
Yeah, I'm always ready.
The beach looks nice. Whoop, whoop.
So awkward. It's so cringe. The energy between them is so cringe. Foodie, I'm embarrassed for you. Girl. I mean, I'm not even in the room. I'm just watching you through a screen. There's no couple energy. There's no love energy. There's no sexy energy. There's no energy of any kind except just it's awkward. It's cringeworthy. It's like, why?
Do you think the soup is ready? Do you think I have to check the cauliflower?
Yeah, about that. Like she made a bunch of soup, and if I were Salah, I would not touch that soup. This woman is filthy. She's filthy. I would not eat anything her hands have touched ever. Ever. I'd rather go hungry. Better that than food poisoning. Enigma 2025 says, so every month she will complain about being deathly ill for attention, to say she needs to stop eating junk and ask for advice, only to turn around saying she's not going to talk about her health anymore, and for people to stop lying about her and say she's no longer talking about it. Yeah, like she lies about a great many things she says are wrong with her. Do I think she's really sick? Yeah, but she won't talk about those health problems. She'll talk about others that really don't exist with her because she wants the sympathy and she wants the attention and she wants people to pay attention to her. At the same time, she's boring. And then she wonders why she doesn't get the attention. And yet she's been on YouTube for 8 years and she knows what it takes to make money on YouTube. She knows what it takes to grow the channel. She knows what it takes to get the super chats. And she's decided for whatever reason, she's not going to do it. So you get what you get, Foodie. You get what you get. Enigma 2025 says, if Salah lived with her, there would be no reason for her to say, I missed you, because he would be there daily. He doesn't live there and just made a brief appearance off camera as if to prove he's still with her. She would never, out of spite, say they're not. Yeah, she's going to keep this whole stupid, ridiculous arc going as long as she can. Like she's determined to hang on to it, even though she's losing a lot more than she's gaining. But let's watch the clip.
I have 4 chapatis and sambusa.
I missed you.
I have 4 chapatis and sambusa.
Oh, wow. What's on the chapati? Chapati ration?
She just doesn't understand. He's not as into food as she is. Enigma 2025 says she quickly changes the topic after Salah questions her, saying, I thought you were sick, after she told on herself. I'm lazy, he says. Who's lazy, Foodie Beauty? Let's watch.
I'm being lazy.
You are always lazy.
Should we have a coffee before I make all? No, while it's simmering, I can. Okay, I'm being lazy. I'm being lazy. I'm just being lazy.
Who's lazy?
Me.
But I thought you don't feel well.
Do you want to try a bite of this?
Oh, he told on her. She's like, I want a coffee, da-da-da. And he's like, I thought you were sick. So Shantel, I'm going to ask the question. Did you get on the phone and cry and whine to Salah about how sick you were just to get him to come over? Were you being manipulative? Were you trying to act like something was really wrong when nothing was wrong just to see him again?
No. Celery? Have you ever tried celery in your life?
What? Celery?
Celery.
Celery?
Yeah.
No.
You want to try it?
Thank you.
Do you want some pickles or Warak?
I'm good. Thank you.
Warakina?
Shukran.
He wants nothing to do with her. She's like, would you like some food? You want some celery? Do you want this? Like trying to get him to interact with her. He wants nothing to do with it. He's like, nah, I'm good. Thanks. He doesn't want to be near her. He doesn't want to be in that apartment. He just wants to go. He's like, you told me to come over. Maybe you paid me to come over. I'm making a brief appearance in your life, and that's it, lady. That's all you get.
Afwan, I missed you.
I have 4 chapatis and sambusa.
Oh, wow.
You know what, Foodie? Even though you may miss him, he doesn't miss you. He doesn't miss you. He's just waiting for you to go home. He's been waiting that for the longest, and yet you just won't go. Enigma 2025 says, Shantel laughs, saying to Salah, tell your second wife to sit and spin. How respectful of her. He's going to breakfast without her? That's odd. Why doesn't he eat there ever? He never eats dinner or breakfast because he's never home. She offered him food, and he refused it. Let's watch.
Ew. It's already starting or what?
Oh,
Okay, then.
Enjoy your breakfast, babe.
yeah, that is odd, isn't it? She's supposed to be his wife. Why isn't he taking her to breakfast with him? It's not like she's going to say no to food. And it's not like she doesn't want to spend time with him. If he said, I'm just going to go get a coffee and a pastry, wherever he would go, like she would gladly go. She's not going to turn down food. And she's not going to turn down the opportunity to spend time around Salah. So why would a husband leave their wife behind? He's not going to work. He's not going to a business meeting. He's going to breakfast. Wouldn't you want to spend time with your wife if you loved your wife? If you're working a lot and she's working a lot, and maybe the two of you don't spend a whole lot of time around each other, and that might be a prime opportunity to spend time together, one-on-one time, why would you pass it up? Why would you pass it up? He's passing it up, though, because he don't love you, Foodie.
Inshallah.
Yeah, bye, beach. That's what he's saying. He's saying, bye, beach. I got places to go. I got things to do. I got other wives to spend time with, and you ain't one of them. Denied. Rejected. Bye.
It's too hot outside.
Yeah, I know.
It says or shows 28, but it's like feel like 40.
Ew. It's already starting or what?
You know what? I bet Salah is glad for the heat. I bet he's glad for the heat. You want to know why? Because he knows how much she hates the heat. So maybe he might be thinking the hotter it gets outside, the more she wants to stay inside. She won't ask me to take her anywhere or do anything, and I'll have more freedom. So I'm sure he's like, bring the heat on. Come on, bring it, bring it, bring it. That'll keep her in the house, and I can go do my thing.
It's supposed to be spring season, but technically it's summer.
Ugh.
And what did you tell us, Foodie? Didn't you say to everyone that you were not going to be in Kuwait during the summertime because you can't deal with the heat and you don't like the idea of the rolling blackouts, the power outages, because you have to have your AC? What in the world are you going to do when the temperatures outside are like 120, 130, 135 degrees? What are you going to do? You've been putting it off and putting it off and putting it off because you don't want to come back to Canada, because you don't like the idea that you might end up in a cheap motel room because that's all you can afford. Not that there's anything wrong with a motel room, y'all. I'm not putting down the motels. You got to do what you got to do. No, no shame. No shame at all. But it would be shameful for her. For other people, it would be fine. They would adjust. They can adjust. They do adjust. Her, not so much. Because she's got to maintain a level of grandiose. If we live in houses and apartments and homes, she's got to be in a mansion. You feel me? She's got to do better than the rest of us. She's always got to put out that image of, I have more than you. So for Foodie Beauty to be in a motel room and stay there for a while until she gets herself together, ooh, she would get it from Girl World. Egg on her face all day long. And if she were a clever girl, which she's not, if she were clever, she could turn things inside out and just make fun of herself. Just have a sense of humor and make fun of the situation and take it lightheartedly, but she doesn't. She takes everything personally. So, like, she just can't stomach the idea of going back to Canada and just renting motel rooms until she gets her situation straight.
My second wife says hi to you, babe.
Tell her to sit and spin. He didn't suffer.
Yeah, that's the thing you want to tell your husband if he's got a second wife. Tell her to sit and spin. I'm throwing disrespect on your other wife. Tell her to sit and spin. What's she ever done to you, you jealous witch? Yeah, that's the way you become part of that situation. You just disrespect the second wife. That's good. Yeah, that's real good. Real respectful, Foodie. And I'm sure if the second wife could reply back to that, she would say, well, at least I wouldn't get stuck. I can sit and spin. Can you?
His other wife sent him with breakfast.
Yeah, he might be going to breakfast with his second wife. Imagine that, Foodie. He might be going to breakfast with his real wife. And you're sitting at home all by yourself. Oh, poor Foodie. Sucks to be you. All right, something pretty from Enzenator. The sunset is amazing at the waterfall Yosemite National Park in California. Y'all, I had to show this to you. Isn't that something? It looks like falling lava. Ooh, the transition period. That is something. That is absolutely something. Amazing, amazing things in nature. That's why I wanted to share. DX says, remember when we used to get good content? The Salah arc is indefinitely Shantel at her absolute worst. I couldn't agree with you more, DX. This is the most boring content from Shantel I've ever seen. And I thought things were boring during the crackhead Olympics era when she was high on edibles 24/7. I thought that was bad. This is 100 times worse. 100 times worse. Hands down, this is the worst. And it's ruining her channel. It is driving away her audience. Girl World creators are about done with this crap. Even the people that watch this, they may be done, and I can't be mad at them. I can't be mad at any of y'all if you're getting bored with Shantel. I get it. That's why I'm looking into other people and other things to do. There's a bunch of things I can do. I'm just trying to decide what do I want to do first. But I want to entertain y'all. I don't want to put a bunch of non-tent trash on my channel just to monetize it. I want it to be good. I want it to be react worthy. I want it to be talk worthy. I want some discussion here. I like discussing things. I like hearing from people. I like other people's opinions and feelings. I want to hear from others. I can't do it with this non-tent trash. I just can't even hang with that. Aw, Internet Hall of Fame saying pit bulls are just misunderstood. People were hesitant to pat her. So this poor pit bull just wants to love on people and felt very lonely. So the owner came up with an idea to put a sign outside says she just wants to be petted. This Tubbs is friendly. She would love a gentle pat. And suddenly Tubbs, the pit bull, is making all kinds of friends. Look, aw. Tubbs is like, I just want to be loved. Give me a little head scratch. Aw. Everything wants to be loved. Everything deserves to be loved. Aw. You're a good boy. You're such a good boy. Your mom's emotional support carrot says Chantal finally lost all her marbles. It's glorious when she's manic. Is she manic or is she on something? It might be a combination of both, but has she lost all of her marbles? Well, I think she's down to her last 3. She doesn't have many left. Yogg says baby swan taking a nap on its mother's back. And this happens with swans. Like the babies just fall asleep. Oh, you poor little thing. You're just taking a nap on your swan Uber. That is the most adorable thing I've seen in my life. All right. Sinatra says cooking cutie. So remember what I said? It's getting hot there. Y'all look. 105 degrees. Friday is going to be 107. Oof. Tomorrow's going to be 107. She ain't going to want to go out. Foop Olympic says, uh-oh, she's spying on us again. Nobody move. Shantel and her sock accounts on Twitter. She always tells on herself. That's what I love about her. She tells on herself. Foodie Beauty posted stupid comment of the day. Funny how as soon as payday comes, Salah is in the chat and in your streams more. Right, because it costs money to chat and play Crazy Frog. If you would like your stupid comment featured in Stupid Comment of the Day, be sure to leave me a comment making a total butt of yourself. Well, to address part of your post, Foodie, this part right here. Right, because it costs money to chat and play Crazy Frog. It costs you money. I'm sure it costs you money. I'm sure he's saying to you, unless you throw me some extra cash, I'm not coming over. You want me to be in the background and people can hear my voice and play Crazy Frog? Give me some money. He's not coming over there for free. He don't want to hang out with you. He don't care about you. I'm sure you had to pay him or persuade him or whine at him or something. Coffee drinker, just something, food for thought. Coffee drinker says truth. Note to self. None of us are getting out of here alive. So please stop treating yourself like an afterthought. Eat the delicious food. Walk in the sunshine. Jump in the ocean. Say the truth that you're carrying in your heart like a hidden treasure. Be silly. Be kind. Be weird. There's no time for anything else. I like that. I like that. Live in the moment. Live for every moment. Make every moment count. I like it. Yeah. Punch cat, how? Meet Kyle. He absolutely loves water. Some cats do love water. Kyle loves the water. You know what, Kyle? I'm not even mad at you. You do you, Kyle. You be a water baby. Oh, Kyle's a mermaid. Rock on, Kyle. You enjoy the water like that. Always trying says, so you can add colors but not adjust pricing? Right. Julie says, my bad, but I'm still learning this merch thing. God forbid you actually learn how to do something properly before asking people to buy your ugly, poorly designed, poor quality crap. Selling merch for a channel that does nothing for their viewers. So here's another community post from Foodie saying, hi, Beezers. Okay, my bad, but I'm still learning this merch thing. So I just now figured out how to make different colors of the products and not just black and white. I will be designing more merch. Meech? English major. It's supposed to be merch, Foodie, not Meech. Meech later today. So please comment below what merch you would buy and like to see. And if I can and like the idea, I will do it. I might also start off this new collection with a discount, so stay tuned. And a big, big thank you to all my peeps who purchased already. Your support is everything. So she's saying that her merch was crap. The first round of merch was crap. We knew that. We called her out for it. She's like, I'm gonna offer this at a discount. No, you're not. Lies. Board Potty Mouth says, yeah, what about your I don't set the prices lie? You're such a greedy person in every sense of the word. People say you are living your karma. I don't believe that. I think there is so much more in store for you. I can't wait. Well, sometimes karma consequences take their time showing up. And we may be around to see some of it, girl world. We may not be around to see all of it. We may not know about all of it. We may witness some, but not other things. So it's just one of those wait and see things. We just got to be patient. We may get rewarded to see some of what will happen. There might be other things that might be happening behind the scenes, but I don't know. You got to be patient with food. You got to be patient. Care Bear says, Foodie Beauty, I posted a reply. There's a pattern. So Kara says, well, it's fact. He's never around until payday, Foodie. Come on. Let's see. What was it? It says, well, it's fact. He's never around until payday. Foodie, come on, people. Make travel charts. People keep tabs on everything you do. What makes you think people can't see a pattern here? Come on, girl. Right. It's like, stop lying, Shantel. Girl world is tired of playing with you. The game is not fun. It is not fun. It's been going on too long, way too long. And it's the same game over and over. And worse, it's not fun. It is not fun. You know what I remember, Foodie? I remember, I'm sounding like an old fart. I remember when you and Amberlyn Reed were popping off. And anytime you would go live or do a video, or Amberlyn Reed would go live or do a video, like people were right there. Like, ooh, Foodie posted something. There was a sense of, I have to get to my computer. I have to watch her. I have to see what's going on. Do you know what the vibe in girl world now is? Foodie went live. I can wait. It's literally like that. I'm not exaggerating. There's no excitement anymore. There's no suspense. There's no mystery. A lot of people are skipping your stuff. A lot less people are watching the mukbangs. There's no sense of, I have to watch this right now because I don't know if she's going to dirty delete. I have to catch it right now. I have to clip it right now. I have to record right now. Nobody cares. And every day that you do non-tent, people care even less. And it's not the fault of the reactors. It's not the fault of the clip channels. It's not the fault of anyone who covers you. You can't blame us. There's only so much we can do. We've done a lot for you. We had to make our content interesting. We had to work our magic. We had the magic of Harry Potter, just working our magic. But you're making it hard. You're making it too hard. And people are tired of working just that hard to make you interesting. They want a break. They want to cover other people that are new, exciting, fresh, intriguing, mysterious, enigmas. We want that. We want fresh milk. Your milk is dried up. We're done. We're about done. Keep pushing that button, Foodie. Keep pushing the button. Keep tempting people to walk away from you. Because if somebody out there who's a lolcow that's entertaining, and trust me, the bar for you is set pretty low. If there's somebody halfway entertaining, if Girl World finds out about them, hops on that train, next thing you know, that person, their channel is growing and growing and growing. And you know the Girl World can do that. You know the Girl World has that power. That we can take a channel that's small and get them monetized overnight. Their numbers and subs keep jumping up. Their views jump up. And the next thing you know, nobody's watching you anymore. They've let you go. You can just say bye-bye to Girl World. You're almost there. You're almost there. Don't rely on the fact that if you go back to Canada, then suddenly all eyes are on you. You may not get that. You may get back to Canada thinking you're going to make a splash, and yet you're going to find there's a lot less eyes watching you because they're so burnt on you. They don't care anymore. I wouldn't be like counting on Girl World to get you the views. I wouldn't. You got to work for it now. You really do. What else we got here? Two-Tail Caper says, I might start the collection off with a discount. Oh, great. So the hoodies will be $54.99 instead of $60. What a saint she is. Always putting her beezers first. Lumpy, moldy, doughy. Yeah, what kind of discount are you going to give people, Foodie? Is it going to be worth it? Kelly says, Foodie Beauty, it's a true comment, not a stupid one. Salah comes walking in bright and early to perform for his monthly allowance. And it just so happens to be starting a health journey, which you need because you look like you're 20 months pregnant. And it always conveniently happens around pay date. Yeah, the cycle continues. The cycle continues, the Shantel cycle. So we all caught up? We're all caught up. See, guys, it didn't take long. I just want to stay caught up on all the Chantal stuff. I didn't want to get too far behind. So, like I said, with her live stream, you missed nothing. You really missed nothing. It was more of the same old. So, hope you guys enjoyed this React video. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.